Good afternoon, class. So I'm Dr. Adolf Vincent Vigor. So I'll be your professor for planning or fundamentals of urban and community architecture. The course code is R322. It's a 3 unit credit. Prerequisite is R311 or planning 1. So for this week, I'll just discuss a bit about the syllabus. For the course description, is understanding the spatial, order, and socio-cultural expression in design of the exterior environment of neighborhoods, communities, towns, and cities. For the course outcome 1, it is to be able to implement concepts of spatial order, land use, scale, socio-cultural history, and geophysical connectivity when handling urban design and community architecture problems. For course outcome 2, to be able to integrate the need for socio-cultural expression and communication in the design of a specific place in urbanized areas. For the CO3, be able to link knowledge on the relevance of government policy, institutional organizations, and society behavior in the design information of specific towns and cities. For course outcome 4, be able to bookmark processes that encourage community involvement, participation, and co-design techniques in urban or community architecture. And of course outcome 5, be able to design urban built environments in the context of ecological balance, sustainable development, global connectivity, and conservation of cultural and historical heritage. So we have 5 course outcomes for this. For the course outline, you have A, the sense of space, space and community, the following topics: introduction to urban design and community planning, contextualization of urban design and community architecture, socio-cultural basis of design of communities, and B, the historical background, concepts and theories in urban planning, the historiographic evolution of the urban form, ancient urbanizations to medieval, city planning towards the modern age, city planning towards a modern age, the birth of comprehensive planning, orientation and identity, historiographic evolution of city planning in the Philippine context. C. Creating and identifying a sense of space and spatio-temporal experience. Designing communities 1, the basic layers of new town developments, signs and symbols in urban design, the technical and physical layers of the city, the space in urban design, urban aesthetics, urban pattern, theories, rules, and processes in the urban design, designing communities 2, the functional classification of modern cities, the elements of urban design, the image of the city, the principles of new urbanism, figure ground theory, geospatial analysis. Then we also have the design requirements of specific places in towns and cities. Then planned unit developments or PUD, we have cluster housing, central business districts, commercial centers, industrial parks and districts, planning educational campuses, government centers and the plaza complex, coastal or lakeside community planning, resort community design. So these are the allotted time, the topics, and the intended learning outcomes. So 9 hours is allocated for the topic of sense of space, place, and community. So the intended learning outcome for the students is to be able to deliberate the built environment as transcendent of physical composition and therefore also inclusive of socio-cultural, political, and economic factors. Then the next topic for 12 hours, you have historical background. The ILOs are to achieve a macro perspective on the evolution of urban spaces throughout history viewed through a normative and historiographic approach. The evolution towards the modern age era should be understood contextually in relevance to critical evolutionary points, particularly non-physical factors that define the built environment, in order to have a deeper perspective in the relevance of non-physical factors to the sustainability of the city. Therefore, critical planning theories that emerge during these milestones should also be discussed. Then for 24 hours, you have here the topic of creating and identifying a sense of place and spatio-temporal experiences. The ILOs are to apply modern design theories relevant to present issues of urban sustainability. The student will also be introduced to the temporal significance of designing spaces or recognize that design decisions made for the built environment has a corresponding impact to the non-physical realm, that urban design has the capacity to intervene with positive or negative effects, depending on the appropriateness of design solutions. Then we have here, the topic is responsible and responsive environments. So the ILO is to recognize the critical importance of a sustainable city to sustain human civilization. So that's for 9 hours. Then should be the end of the semester. Then schedule may change depending on forces outside of the sphere of influence of the instructor. So you don't have to worry, class, because I'll be recording most of our lectures. I'll be posting that. So the reason for that is that so that you'll have time to review over and over again our lectures. And if we'll meet online, we'll just reserve that for question and answer, or to set up our activities. So should also help out um, the students who are working, since they'll be able to control their time and be able to listen to the lectures anytime, anywhere, as long as you have an internet connection. So I guess you have my email ad there. If you have any further questions or clarifications regarding our syllabus for planning 2, feel free to reach me out through that email address. Please refrain from reaching me out through the social media. It would be more formal if you reach me out through the official USTP email ad. Okay, so I hope you're all doing fine. Then see you next meeting. I'll be posting our activity for this week at our Padlet group, which I will be sharing with your respective class representatives or class pedals. Okay,